Hi, Nino Pascale, Fairway Independent Mortgage, back again in our whiteboard session on credit reports in our total series of uncovering mortgage mysteries. And this will be part 3 of the credit reports. And this what we're going to talk about today is do these. These are the things you should be doing to try to maintain your highest credit level as far as the general report and those credit scores that everybody's so sensitive about. So the number one thing is keep your balances below 30%. Meaning again, if you have a $10,000 credit limit, keep those balances, if you can't pay it off every month, then keep them below that $3,000 number if it's based on a $10,000 balance or high credit limit. It's not just bad credit that affects your score, it's balances as well. Keep records. If you did have any disputes or any errors on those reports, or maybe you did pay off and take care of some bad things that were on your report, some derogatory items, keep paper records on those. Sometimes you'll have paid something off or paid off a collection, taken care of a judgment, and it's not reported to the Bureau. Remember I said in the first video that the credit agencies don't go out and seek information for you. They just retrieve information. It just comes in, right? And they collect it and then they report on it. So keep records on anything that you do. Pay off, don't close. As I said up here, pay off your credit cards, great. Don't close them out because, again, especially on older accounts, old accounts carry history. Carrying history improves your credit score. That's why oftentimes it's my older clients that have the credit scores that are in the 800s, and the new person straight out of college, maybe 2 or 3 years, and they have good credit history, but they haven't had enough credit time to get their scores up to 800. So that's something that you want to do. Pay off, don't close. Hold off paying on collections. Remember we talked about in the previous, if you pay off a collection that could negatively impact your credit score. So if you're going to be getting a mortgage in the next few months, don't go out and just pay this off right away. We may require you to pay it off, but we don't want you to pay it off and affecting your score. We may have you do it during the mortgage application process, and you won't be rescored. We'll just be updating that credit report to show it's been paid off. So keep that in mind, and pay on time goes without saying. To get to the best scores, you want to pay everything on time. And along with that is if you're co-signed with anybody, even though you're not maybe the first person on that account, boy, make sure they make those payments on time because it's going to affect you. So if you co-sign for your brother-in-law or your daughter or whatever, it's going to affect your score. So remember that going into that agreement with that person, that whatever they do is going to be a reflection on you, whether you're actively participating in an account or not. And then minimize inquiries. Just minimize them. You don't want to go out there and get a shop for a dozen lenders, or when you're getting a car, go to 20 different car institutions. Now, I will say this. When you do get inquiries, if you get multiple inquiries, if they're done in a short time, within a 2-week period, they're typically looked at as one. Once you have over 10 inquiries, you've damaged your credit about as much as you are. The most it's probably going to damage by 30 points. So if you're on the border, if you're like at 720 and you need to be at, you need to be at 720 and you're at 715, or if you're at 725, yeah, you don't want to be doing too much to mess it up. And then just be a good credit risk. Again, when we're doing a mortgage, we're creating a partnership with you. We want to make sure that you're a good risk, and really the only way we can tell is what's documented on paper. So keep records, keep your payments on time, keep your balances below 30%, and you should be okay. And thanks for listening to this series. Hopefully it was helpful for you, and we'll talk to you next time.